everybody! I hope that you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you live somewhere that celebrates Thanksgiving. We certainly had a great one here where I am. We went to my in-laws' house and had Thanksgiving there, so it was a really good time. So I hope that you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and thanks for joining me today. Today I've got a fall tag for you. So I was tagged by Kimberly Ann here on YouTube to do a fall favorites tag today. So with that in mind, we're gonna go ahead and get started with this thing. All right, I've got the questions here on my phone, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the first question. So the first question is, what is your favorite fall candle? So my favorite fall candle I actually just recently threw away because I used it all up and we're starting to get into the Christmas scents now. But my favorite fall candle is from Bath & Body Works. It's called Sweater Weather. If you're familiar with Bath & Body Works candles, then you probably have had or have at least smelled Sweater Weather. Sweater Weather is kind of honestly my second favorite fall candle smell, but they actually don't carry the one that I love so much anymore. The one that I loved back in 2012, I think it was, they had it, was the Autumn Day candle. And if you ever had that one, it's just a really nice kind of, it's almost got a minty scent to it. It's really cool and crisp and just smells like nice crisp apples and outside in the fall when it's cold. And it was just a wonderful scent. But Sweater Weather is really similar to that. It's kind of a cool, crisp, fall appley scent. So I really like that, and it just makes the house smell so good. So that's definitely my favorite fall candle. Next is my favorite fall lip color. My favorite fall lip color currently is what I've got on today. It's actually right here in front of me. This is the NYX Butter Lipstick in Pops. So these lipsticks just have a really great formulation. They're really buttery, they're really smooth, and they're just a really, really nice texture, and they glide on really nicely. And I just love this color because it's a good neutral kind of my lips but better, a little bit darker color, and I just love it. So definitely NYX Butter Lipsticks, awesome formulation. This particular color Pops has been the one that I've been reaching for most this fall. Next is my favorite fall drink, and I have to say that my favorite fall drink of all time is hot apple cider. I especially love it now that I'm older, and I enjoy it with some whiskey in it, especially the cinnamon whiskey. If you've ever put Fireball in hot apple cider, it is just awesome. It's just perfect fall deliciousness, and I love hot drinks when it's cold outside, so that is by far my favorite fall drink. Next is my favorite fall blush, and honestly I'm just now starting to get into kind of changing up my blushes to go with the seasons. I've never really been one to do that. I just kind of find a good blush that I like and I go with it. But what I've been starting to reach for this fall, because I'm trying to kind of, trying to grasp that trend of kind of moving on your blushes and rotating throughout the seasons. This particular one I've had for quite some time, but I've been reaching for it a little bit more than I used to. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Heather Silk. So this is just a really nice kind of neutral rosy color. It's just a really good kind of chilly fall, it's cold and your cheeks are getting rosy kind of blush. So it's really nice. Now this is super pigmented. I mean, I just kind of took it and rubbed it off my hand there, and you can see that it's super pigmented. So it takes a very light touch, and for just a couple of bucks for Wet n Wild and something that works as well and is as pigmented, I am definitely a big fan of something like this. So I've been reaching for it a lot lately. My favorite clothing item is the next question on the fall favorites tag, and I definitely have an answer for this. I've got it actually right over next to me, so let me grab it real quick. This jacket I got from a Stitch Fix I guess it was sometime last year during the winter, and this is from the line Black Rivet, and it is a leather, or maybe it's pleather. I think it might be pleather. I'm pretty sure it's pleather. Jacket that is awesome. It's just a really great leather jacket, and the cool thing about it is it's got a hood on it, so it's kind of really casual looking, but the hood zips out of it. So you got this zipper here, and you can zip the whole hood piece out. So I'm gonna go ahead and stand up and try it on here. Okay, so this is the jacket on, and like I said, it's got this really cool hood on it. So I usually wear it with the hood. It's just kind of a really cool look to it. I love it. I'm not actually this short. I'm this tall. I look really short right now, but yeah, this is definitely my favorite item, and I wear it all the time whenever we go out somewhere, and just, yeah, definitely my favorite. It's amazing. I love it. Next is my favorite fall movie, and I just feel like fall doesn't really have that many movies unless you put it into the context of Halloween. I guess you would say your favorite Halloween movie, is that might be the question, I don't know. Anyway, my favorite fall movie is probably really any horror movie. In the month of October, as soon as it gets to October, I'm ready to watch horror movies for the entire month, and after Halloween, I'm done. So throughout the whole month of October, we like to get on Netflix and we just watch whatever horror movies we can find that happen to have, you know, maybe 3 or more stars, because there's a lot of really bad horror movies out there. A couple of my favorites are the Rob Zombie movies, the remake of Halloween, and I also love Devil's Rejects. So yeah, those are good. Good job, good job. My favorite fall TV show is the next question, and I guess I'd have to say that my favorite fall TV show is probably Grey's Anatomy. I've been watching Grey's since the very beginning, so long ago, and it's still a favorite of mine, and I catch up on it every week. So a lot has changed on Grey's, as you probably know if you watch it. But it's just, I just can't help myself. It's just such a good show. I love it. Next is my favorite Thanksgiving food, and I have 3. Stuffing, green bean casserole, the good old Campbell's green bean casserole is what I want, and I also love mashed potatoes and gravy. So all 3 of the super starchy, delicious Thanksgiving sides are probably my favorite. But I pretty much like anything on Thanksgiving, to be honest. Turkey and ham and rolls and all of that when it's time for Thanksgiving. So I love it all. It's great. The very last question on this tag is your favorite Halloween costume. And you know, honestly, until this year I was never really that into Halloween. I just would celebrate it. When I was younger, I used to dress up to go trick-or-treating, but I don't know, it wasn't until this year where we threw a Halloween party and I got really excited about my costume that I actually really had a really awesome time. I just said really so many times. It was a good time, and my Halloween costume this year was by far my favorite that I've done, and it was Harley Quinn from the Suicide Squad. I did a costume based upon her. I even got the shirt that says Daddy's Little Monster, and I even got her wooden bat, and I decorated it. I was very proud of my costume, and I really liked it, and got a lot of compliments on it, especially from people that knew the Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. Not many people did, but it did get a lot of compliments, and it was a lot of fun to do. Alright, so there you have it. That is my fall favorites tag. Again, I'd like to thank Kimberly Ann for tagging me for doing this video, and I know that it is kind of late because we're starting to get towards winter with Christmas coming up and all of that, but I just figured better late than never. Hope that you enjoyed this tag, and if you would like to do this tag, you know, I know that it is getting quite far into fall, but if you are interested in doing this tag and you haven't done it yet, I encourage you to do it, and I tag you as well. So I hope that you had a wonderful holiday, and I hope that your rest of your holiday season is very festive and awesome. So stay tuned for another video next week. I think I will probably be doing an empties video next week. That is my plan, at least, because I have quite a few empties. Anyway, hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for joining me. I will see you later.